Chapter 1. Intro. Hey everyone, your host Martin here. Today we're looking at a smart home upgrade that can completely change the way you unlock your home. This is the WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro, the star of today's video. A smart lock isn't the kind of gadget you can afford to get wrong. It needs to be reliable, secure, and quick every single time. In this video, I'll show you the complete installation process, walk you through the setup, test every unlocking method it offers, and see how well it integrates into a modern smart home. We'll also take a closer look at the build quality, battery life, and security features, and, most importantly, answer the big question. Is the WELOCK ToucA51 Pro actually worth installing on your front door? Let's find out. Chapter 2. Disclaimer. Before we get into the fun stuff, here's a quick disclaimer. WELOCK kindly sent me the Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro along with the Wi-Fi Box 3 for review. But as always on this channel, they have no control over the content of this video. Everything you'll see is based entirely on my own testing and real-world experience. And as always, you'll get my honest and unbiased opinion from start to finish. Chapter 3. Unboxing. Let's see what we've got here. The first box contains the WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro. Inside you'll find the user manual, the smart lock cylinder itself, a transparent accessory box containing an Allen key, extra screws, silicone plugs, and 3 RFID cards. Now let's open the second box, which contains the Wi-Fi Box 3 gateway. Inside you'll find the gateway, the user manual, a double-sided adhesive pad, a network cable, a USB data cable, and a 2-pin connection cable. That's everything included in the boxes. So let's move on to the installation. Chapter 4. Physical installation. Before you begin, locate the product ID printed on the smart lock cylinder and make a note of it. It may come in handy during the setup process. Now let's prepare the lock. First, remove the screw securing the metal cover on the front handle. Then slide the cover off. Open the battery compartment. Insert 3 AAA batteries. Close the battery cover and secure it using the extra screw included in the accessory box. Next, loosen the screw on the front handle. This will allow you to adjust the handle's position once the lock has been installed. Now unscrew and remove the rear handle. It is time to prepare the door. Remove the fixing screw that secures your existing cylinder. Then slide the original cylinder out of the door. Insert the WELOCK cylinder into the lock from the outside of the door and secure it using the fixing screw. Adjust the front handle to your preferred position. Tighten the locking screw. Insert the silicone plug. Slide the metal cover back into place and secure it with its screw. Finally, attach the rear handle and tighten the fixing screw. And that's the installation complete. Before moving on, make sure you can lock and unlock the door smoothly using the rear handle to confirm everything has been installed correctly. Chapter 5: Digital Configuration. The first thing to know is that you don't actually need any software to configure and start using the WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro. Every setting can be configured directly using the keypad on the lock itself. However, I think that's a bit of a pain and rather unnecessary when you can do exactly the same thing much faster and more conveniently using the app. If you prefer to configure everything manually, simply follow the instructions provided in the user manual. Step 1. Wi-Fi Box 3. The WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro has built-in Bluetooth, so it doesn't require any additional gateway for everyday use. However, if you want remote access over Wi-Fi or plan to integrate the lock with your smart home, you'll need the Wi-Fi Box 3. Simply connect the Wi-Fi gateway to a power source using the supplied USB cable. If you prefer a wired network, connect it to your router using the included Ethernet cable. Otherwise, leave the Ethernet port disconnected and complete the setup using Wi-Fi. Step 2. WELOCK Mobile App. The WELOCK app is available for both Android and iOS. Simply install it on your mobile device, create an account if you don't already have one, and sign in. Next, add the Wi-Fi box by following the on-screen instructions. Once that's done, it's time to add the lock. Again, just follow the on-screen instructions. The QR code scan doesn't work for this model, so when prompted for the device ID, enter the one you noted down earlier, or find it on the box. Create an administrator password. And that's it. The WELOCK mobile app is now connected to both the Wi-Fi box and the smart lock. Step 3. User management. Now it is time to configure user access. Let's start by creating a password. A username is required, so either select an existing user or enter a name for a new one. Next, assign a password. Now let's register an RFID card. And finally, add a fingerprint. If you'd like to keep your user data stored both locally and in the cloud, simply use ID synchronization. Your user is now fully configured and ready to use the lock. Step 4. Amazon Alexa. WELOCK has included a helpful guide in the mobile app that walks you through the Alexa integration process. All you need to do is enable the WELOCK skill in the Alexa app. Sign in to your WELOCK account. Wait for Alexa to discover your smart lock. And adjust a few settings to allow Alexa to control your lock. Once configured, you'll be able to control the lock using the Alexa app or voice commands. Personally, I wouldn't recommend using voice commands to unlock your front door for obvious security reasons, but the choice is entirely yours. Step 5. Home Assistant. To integrate your WELOCK devices with Home Assistant, you'll first need HACS, the Home Assistant Community Store. If you haven't installed it yet, I've already covered the entire process in my video, How to Install HACS 2.x in Home Assistant 2025 Step-by-Step Guide. Click the link in the top right corner now, or find it in the video description below. Once HACS is installed, search for WELOCK and download the integration. Next, restart Home Assistant. When Home Assistant is back up, go to Devices and Services, click Add Integration, and search for WELOCK. Give the integration a name. Then open the WELOCK mobile app and navigate to the Home Assistant section, where you'll find your user ID and client secret. Copy both values into Home Assistant. Next, sign in to your WELOCK account. Confirm the login and link your account. Finally, rename your WELOCK devices. Assign them to the appropriate areas, and click Finish to complete the setup. Now add your new device to your Home Assistant dashboard. And with everything connected and ready to go, let's see how the WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro performs in everyday use. Chapter 6. Daily Use Test. Now it is time to see how this smart lock performs in everyday use. Let's test all the access methods I configured earlier. Passcode? Success. RFID card? Works perfectly. Fingerprint? Recognized instantly. In addition to these unlocking methods, I should also be able to control the lock from every system I've connected it to. In my case, that's the WELOCK mobile app. Amazon Alexa. Home Assistant. Perfect. Everything works exactly as expected. But what happens if the batteries run out while you're away from home? In an emergency, you can temporarily power the lock by connecting a power bank through the USB port. Let's simulate a flat battery scenario by removing the batteries from the lock. Power bank connected. Since the lock communicates over Bluetooth, it takes a few moments for the mobile app to reconnect. Let's unlock the door using the WELOCK app. It works. Chapter 7. Conclusion. The WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro works a little differently from most smart locks I've tested, so it's worth explaining how it operates. The easiest way to understand it is by comparing it to a traditional lock. When the ToucA51 Pro is locked, the front handle, the one with the keypad, spins freely and doesn't engage with the lock mechanism. In other words, turning the handle does nothing. It's similar to a traditional lock when there is no key inserted from the outside. You can't lock or unlock the door. When the ToucA51 Pro is unlocked, the front handle engages with the lock mechanism, allowing you to turn it and lock or unlock the door. That's similar to a traditional lock with the key inserted. You can simply turn the key to lock or unlock the door. This is an important concept to understand, because locking the ToucA51 Pro only disengages the outside handle. It doesn't actually lock the door. It simply means that nobody can lock or unlock the door from the outside. I actually think this is a very clever design, especially for doors like mine with lever-operated multi-point locking systems, where you need to lift the handle before the door can actually be locked. Installation is also incredibly straightforward. The only tools I needed were the supplied Allen key and a screwdriver, and even if it's your first time replacing a lock cylinder, the whole process should take less than a few minutes. The build quality is very good. Everything feels solid and well-made, giving the impression of a product that is designed to handle everyday use. Another big advantage of the WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro is the wide range of unlocking methods it offers, giving you plenty of flexibility depending on your preference. Additional security features include anti-cheat passwords, which allow you to enter random digits before or after your real passcode, and temporary passwords that are perfect for guests or short-term access. I was also impressed by how quickly and consistently the fingerprint reader recognized my finger during testing. It's also nice to see that WELOCK includes 3 RFID cards in the box. According to WELOCK, the batteries can last over 10 months under normal usage. Of course, no product is perfect, and there are a couple of things I would like to see improved. My biggest criticism is the lack of a physical emergency key. If the batteries are completely flat, your only option is to connect a power bank to temporarily power the lock. It works, but the question is, do you always carry a power bank with you? The second thing I'd like to see improved is the communication method. The lock relies entirely on Bluetooth, and you need the Wi-Fi box if you want remote access or smart home integration. Personally, I'd love to see a future version using a native smart home protocol such as Zigbee or Matter over Thread. Overall, these are relatively minor compromises. The WELOCK Smart Lock Cylinder ToucA51 Pro is a very capable smart lock that's well worth considering if you're looking to upgrade your door. Check out the description for links to the products and an exclusive discount code if you'd like to get one for yourself at a lower price. Chapter 8. Thank you. We've reached the end of today's review. A huge thank you to everyone for watching and for being part of this channel. I really do appreciate it. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts. Would you replace your traditional lock with a smart lock like the WELOCK ToucA51 Pro? Or do you still prefer the simplicity of a standard mechanical lock? If you're already using a smart lock, let me know which one you have and how it's been working for you. I'd also love to hear your recommendations. I read every single comment, so don't be shy. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and supports future videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay secure. And stay open to smarter living.